class for now, and we are taking ledger entries. Ledger entries is our subject for today. We have talked about shopping tips in our last class. And so, what are the objectives we stand to cover in this class? We'll explain what a ledger is. We'll identify items on the ledger, and we'll take the format of how a ledger is ruled. Then in our subsequent class, we will take more entries. This class will take us about 2 classes or so to complete. What is a ledger? What is a ledger? Now let's see what a ledger is. It's a principal book into which accounts are transferred from journal entries. It usually has numbered pages for easy identification. Each page is called a folio. In bookkeeping, the ledger is usually a loose book. It is a book used for recording periodic, like weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, quarterly, and the rest of them. I'll go over it while you look at the whiteboard. Ledger. A ledger is a principal book into which accounts are transferred from journal entries. It usually has numbered pages for easy identification. Each page is called a folio. In bookkeeping, the ledger is usually a loose book, or it is a book used for recording periodic. For example, weekly, monthly, or as the case may be. We have seen what a ledger is. Now, let's identify the items on the ledger, our second objective. Our next objective is identify the items on the ledger. We have seen what the ledger is, and we have seen that the ledger has folio numbers. We've equally seen that it's a book that transfers entries from the journal down to that book, which is the ledger. What are the entries, or what are the items found in the ledger? I'm going to mention them. Thereafter, we'll take the last objective, which is the format. I will rule the format for you. What are the items found in the ledger? The date at which the journal entry was made, the particulars, what is it that is recorded there? Is it sales or what? Then folio. Remember that I told you that the ledger, in our explanation of what the ledger is, that is a loose leaf entries that have pages, that has numbers. And so the folio is the number or the page number in which the transaction entry occurred. And so you have folio number 1, folio number 2, 3, 4, 5, as the case may be, as many as possible. Remember that the ledger records transaction either on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a bi-monthly basis. So the folio number will come. That is where you will trace the entries from the loose paper that you have done your journal entries. Then the discount that was received will be recorded, and then the amount that was received. So first, the date the transaction happened, the particulars, that is to the items. What is the transaction that went through? Is it sales? Is it cash? What is it? What entry did you enter? Is it a discount sales? Is it a return sales? Okay, particulars. Then folio, the number as it appears in the page in which you transferred it from. Discount received, and then amount. And on a folio, we have the debit side of the account and the credit side of the account. When I will rule the format, you are going to see which side is the debit side of the account and which side is the credit side of the account. And I already told you that the ledger, it's an entry that entries are transfers from Jonah to ledger. We have done Jonah in our JS1 class. I'll put a link below this video for you to go watch the video on Jonah entries. That will help you to understand what ledger entries are. And so they are transferred from Jonah to ledger. So remember that there are principles that we discuss in our Jonah entry. Go watch that video and see the principle of double entries as it applies in there, because we are still going to use those principles that apply in there in our ledger work. So let's see the third objective, which is the last objective, format of a ledger. What is the format of a ledger? First, the dates will appear here. You will write the date, XXX date. The particulars, as it happens here, you will write the particular. If it is a sales, you put sales. Folio number, you put number 2. Amount, you put 10,000 as it appears. And then remember, in our class on JS1, we talk about the principle of double entry. Every debit entry must have a corresponding credit entry. That principle is going to come in. That's why I told you, go watch that class on the Jonah class. And here will come the date, the particulars, the folio number, and the amount. This is the debit side of the account, and this is the credit side of the account. So when you are recording transaction, all debit entries on the left side are debit entries. Entries on the right side are credit entries. Bear that in mind. So this is the format of a ledger. The date, the particular, the folio, the amount, and then the other side, which is the credit side, the date, the particular, the folio, the amount. We'll get to our cash book formats and analysis. We're going to understand this better, but please watch that class on Jonah. So we have, let me pick a date. Let's say today it's 1st stroke to 2021 or 2020, depending on the case, the date you have. This is the format of a ledger. We've seen the format of a ledger today. In our next class, we're going to put in transaction into this format. We've seen the item that appear on the ledger, the date, the amount, the particulars, the folio, the credit entry, and the debit entry. In our next class, we will take entries, that is the ledger entries, as they appear in our ledger book. It was nice having you on Class Online School. If you have not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Go smash that subscribe button. Give us a like if you like what we're doing here. If you have questions, ask. If there are videos you are not seeing here, head over to classonlineschool.com and you will get those videos. They are just for a token. If you want to contribute to this channel, feel free. Reach us on this channel. Drop a message. I'll sure get it. As always, you are my community and I love to be here. Thank you for always being here. To my numerous subscribers from all over the world, I say thank you for always coming. Thumbs up to you all. Thank you. Until I come your way next class, thank you.